What's up, YouTube? I'm out here testing out this Frankenstein hawk. The head of this Tomahawk is the head from a windlass Steelcraft's Half Moon Tomahawk. Alright, but I had to replace the handle because you might have seen my previous video where that handle broke. This was the original handle. Beautiful looking handle. Unfortunately, the wood is way too light. I mean, it feels like balsa. It was so light that it broke, so I replaced the handle on this one. Now I'm out here testing whether the head of this Tomahawk is seated properly, and I just finished the testing. And if you want to know how it went, well, this is one of the surviving pieces. It's like a cheese wedge or a wedge of cake. This is one of the surviving pieces of the piece of a stump that I split with this item. All right, let's roll in that footage, that testing footage, and then we'll come back and talk more about this hawk. Well, there you go, a pretty powerful item. Took 3 or 4 whacks, and it's not even really made for splitting wood, but just the mass of it is what it did. The main goal of this test was just to see if this head would stay on, if it was seated properly. It is rock solid. After hitting it several times as hard as I could and splitting that half of a stump, it does not, there is no wiggle. It is completely solidly on there. So I'm definitely very happy with how this came out. Yeah, there is absolutely no wiggle room whatsoever. All right, we are back. I'm quite pleased with it. It did not move. The head doesn't wiggle even a half of a millimeter. It's on rock solid. And you know, the way to do that, you have to fit it tightly to the handle, and then maybe take like a mallet, right? And you just pound it down until it's even tighter. And then if you want to, you can use like industrial adhesive to even make it more tight. And you can bind it with basically layer after layer of interweaving, whatever you want to use, electrical tape, but it has to be tight, and it has to be crisscrossing many layers. It's this exact same principle as body armor, like a Kevlar vest. You know, Kevlar vest, it's like many small strands all interwoven together, layer after layer after layer. And this is on rock solid now. Now this handle itself, well, first of all, the stats on this weighs 4 pounds. This is far heavier than any hawk. It's not meant to be a woods hawk. It's not meant for you to hike up a mountain with it. That's not what this is for. I just did this purely, you know, just for fun, basically. It handles more like a mace, like a medieval mace, because of the weight. But that's not a bad thing. I don't know what I'll call this. I think I'll call it like the Rebar Road Warrior Hawk. Now the handle on this is composed of a rebar fence post. You can buy them for $2 or $3 at any home improvement store. A rebar fence post is a little bit thicker in diameter compared to your standard piece of rebar. And the wrap used just for grip and also to bulk it up to fit my hand, that's Gamma Grip. It's type 2 Gamma Grip. You can find that on Amazon. It gives an excellent grip. All right, and a little bit closer look. You see it has a nice solid hammer end for the back piece there. And it's very, this has extremely broad geometry, very strong. The edge length is about 2 3/4, and the overall length of this hawk is it's a little bit over 24 inches. It's like 24.4 inches, I think I measured it at. And I'm overall just pretty happy with how this turned out. The white parts are just to make it look a little more finished. All right. Yeah, it's a great item. I mean, like I said, it's mainly just for fun item. Although if you ever need something that's kind of like a mace, kind of like a warhammer, you know, for your road warrior eventualities. I mean, this thing is 4 pounds. That's heavier than any tomahawk. Like I said, it's more like a mace, warhammer, or the weight of a hatchet. But you know, I am a large dude. I am not weak, so I like it. You can see the end of the rebar right there. That's the rebar handle. And I put a little pommel swell just for extra grip. Obviously no lanyard on this. But yeah, that's my creation. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.